Alright, so in this one, I kind of want to discuss the future of LF units and what they could look like. Now, I'm not obviously going to go into specifics of kits, who's going to be in the next LF, blah blah blah, all that. It's more discuss if they'll be good or bad. So if we look at, let's say, the last 5, right? So we look at Gohan, wherever the hell he is, here, Full Power Frieza, Zamasu, Gogeta, and then Super Saiyan 4 Goku, right? We have kind of a mixed bag. Looking from newest to oldest, I guess, we can look at Frieza and understand that he's good. He's not the worst. Definitely, it's Super Saiyan 4 Goku, but let me explain. So, Frieza is good for powerful opponent, even though powerful opponent's more of a mishmash team of, oh, well, you can run all these strong units, but no one really supports it, so you're just kind of running strong things, hoping for the best, right? Like, you can run Kid Buu, this Frieza, and Purple DKP, full blast base, powerful opponent, right? You can run Yellow DKP, and this Frieza, and then LF Broly. You have a lot of card draw speed, because this Frieza can get card draw speed, DKP gets card draw speed, then you have Dragon Ball stuff, with DKP taking 2, Frieza taking 3 when he comes in, every single time he takes 1. Then LF Broly, who can build up card draw speed more and more and more as your opponent makes more mistakes and or green cards exist, right? But that's the thing that's kind of wrong with him. He's not great anywhere. So you have LOE and you have Frieza Force, right? Besides this, then Namek Saga. Namek Saga doesn't have great support. It has Ultra Vegeta, who's going to give 20% to his allies. That's about it. To Planet Namek Saga units. And then you have EX Krillin, who you're not going to run over Ultra Vegeta. And then you have Namek Goku, who, again, isn't going to give the craziest support. So again, this Frieza is in an enigma spot where he's not, great because his teams don't help him that much. And then himself is actually pretty good. Then LOE, you look at it and it's like, okay, Blue Cooler's kind of old and squishy, so that sucks. This Frieza needs to be decent stars to tank well, so that kind of sucks as well. Given, on cut, he'll tank fine, but off cut, you got no tanks for LOE. Besides LF Frieza, who's a little bit tankier. But that's just because I have him 8 stars compared to like a 3-star of this guy that you typically face because he just came out, right? And then you have not much else. You have Red DBS Frieza, who could work well with this guy. Yellow Frieza could Zenkai buff this guy. Blue EX, you really don't want to run 2 blues in this meta. And then, LF Frieza, but he's not that strong, so you really are relying on this guy to carry you. So you want to run like Red DBS Frieza and or Green Metal Cooler to help this guy out to do some damage. But besides that, himself isn't like God tier, right? He's not Gohan. And it's more because his teams, and I think that's the main thing that we gotta discuss here. Look, how do I even word this? They're going to make LFs for teams that don't typically need it. If you look here, right, the last 5 LFs, what? 1, 2 of them were Sun Family units. Obviously, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and then Revival Gohan. Then you look, it's Fusions and GT for Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Then you have Zamasu, who is God Key and Fusions, right? So they're not necessarily buffing tags that need it, okay? Look, Fusions is okay. They're good enough. They're not top tier, no. But they're good enough to run. GT, they didn't need Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta to even exist to be runnable, right? LFs are not an essential need, is what I would say if Revival Gohan didn't exist. I don't understand it. Okay, so, Full Power Frieza, he's good, right? His teams aren't great, but he's good. Super Saiyan 4 Goku, mid, bad, not even need to be summoned and or run on any circumstance at all. You have Nova Shenron if you really need a yellow, and he's better. Gogeta, once again, does not need to even exist. You have Super 17 Zenkai, who is better than this guy even at 6 stars. You do not need him. Zamasu, you don't need a Red Gaki unit. You really don't. It's good to have a full color wheel, obviously, just to counter everything that exists, or have the ability to at least. You're perfectly fine running Super Saiyan Blue Goku Zenkai 7, your Gogeta Blue and then Vados, or God Vegeta and then Vados. You're perfectly fine doing that. You don't need Merge Zamasu to exist to actually win in PvP, right? He's not like something that's an insta-win. Then this Gohan arrives, and it's like, oh, balance? We don't care. He's crazy on any team he runs on, right? Obviously, his best team is with Future Gohan, Zenkai 7 Red Gohan, and then himself, because you have Endurance, you have Revival, you have a lot of sustain, a lot of support, because Future Gohan, every time he gets hit, he's supporting his allies, like, in any circumstance, which is crazy. Then he's destroying cards, so he's disrupting their combos, so they can't even do a long combo against Future Gohan. Then you swap to your red Zenkai 7 Gohan. He's giving support buffs to your other units as well when he swaps out. It's just a whole clusterfuck of ridiculousness, and again, it doesn't really make sense, and I'm trying to make it make sense why they made Revival Gohan more or less essential to... that's the wrong word. He's not essential. Okay, let me get this proper. They made him a lot more valuable than any other LF that is released in... I'm looking at this here, right? In the last 6 months, Kid Buu, you didn't need to run when Kid Buu came out. You could have run Android 21. That's what everyone was doing. Blue Android 21, tanky, card draw speed, fucks over health restore every time she uses a card. All that. You didn't need to run Kid Buu, right? Wasn't as essential. Future Gohan. Hybrids wasn't really as thriving as it is now, given it was very good, and you really didn't need a yellow for Future at the time when Future was as good as it was, because you had a Revival Cell, transforming Goku Black, and then Purple Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. Didn't really need that. Gogeta Blue, Broly, Rosé... Gogeta Blue, not really, because Fusions wasn't going to be run anyways, and God Vegeta already existed, so no, wasn't as defining. Rosé, no. Rosé wasn't even that great. You still ran Super Saiyan Blue, Purple Vegeta over him. And then LF Broly, you have Namek Goku right there. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck. Because it's just like, it's strange. They had this one circumstance with Gohan that was like, okay, well, we're going to release Purple Turles Zenkai, and then we're going to release Gohan, then Purple Turles Zenkai. And typically, if we look here, right, we look, Zenkai 7 Namek Goku is better than Broly. They can be both run on Super Saiyans. So the Zenkai LF is better than the new LF, right? 21 on release was thought to be better than Kid Buu. So the Zenkai was better than the new LF. You get me? This pattern followed and followed and followed for a good time. And then Gohan stopped it with him being better by fucking light years than Turles. And then they went back to it. Full Power Frieza. Is there a different option for him? Look, I'll be honest. I think not, I don't own him. I do not own this Full Power Frieza. Please understand that. I think the yellow Zenkai 7 Frieza could have an argument. At 3 stars for the LF, he's better than the LF when he's at 3 stars compared to a 14-star Zenkai 7 Frieza. Personally, that's what I think. I could be proven wrong by a mile. Again, I don't own him, but from seeing him, from playing against him, the rare times I have, I do like the yellow Final Form Frieza. Again, even using him earlier when I was using Pod Frieza, he wasn't doing bad damage. It's just that he's restrictive, right? And it's not even that restrictive because he wants to do more Saiyans, and Saiyans are the fucking team to go to most of the times in 99% of the metas, given now it's more hybrids. But it's still a team you go to a lot of the time. Like Super Saiyan teams are very prominent in every single meta. Super Saiyan 4 Goku, again, they did this thing, wasn't a Zenkai, but it was a new unit. They had Nova be better than Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Yes, I do think, let's say you're comparing them at normal stars, so a Nova be at 6, a Goku be at 3, Nova's better. Barely, but better. Now let's say Nova's at 9, this Goku's at 6, I still think Nova's a better unit. I don't know why they did that, but they did that. Then, again, look more. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Zenkai 7 Super 17 that came out before him is a lot better, a lot more disruptive, a lot more damage, and more tedious to deal with, and very much more tanky. He literally does what Gogeta could have done, but better. And this coming from a 6-star Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, mind you. So, not like I'm biased to Super 17. I got them both. I just don't know why they did it. Then Zamasu is also kind of in a weird spot where they didn't replace him, but it's also that Bojack now exists, and if I have my 3-star Zamasu and I have a 10-star Bojack, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna run my Bojack over Zamasu and powerful opponent. Now, God Key, again, I don't really see the case where you need a red. I could just run my Super Saiyan Blue Goku, God Vegeta, and Vados and be perfectly fine. Not worry about anything, because what's strong yellows really existing? Future Gohan, he's squishy, and he goes neutral regardless when someone dies. It's not like I'm gonna, I can't nullify his neutrality, so that wouldn't really matter. Other strong yellows, Angel Vegeta, he's a support unit, he can die, in 5 cards from Super Saiyan Blue Goku, 3 cards from Super Saiyan God Vegeta. So Zamasu isn't really in the same scenario as Gohan, because yes, he does fill a role that was needed to be filled, because Gohan does fill that, purple hybrid role, but Zamasu isn't as good, right? That's the thing. The whole point of this video, by the way, I'm ranting on and on and on about all these things, but the whole point is, what are they going to do with LFs? Are they going to make them actually good like Gohan, or make them second-rate options? Now, the whole thing I've always said, and I'll continue to say this forever and ever and ever, I would love if the new LF was always the better unit over the Zenkai, over whatever the hell comes out near it, over anything else. Let's say an All-Star banner comes, they buff the same tag. Let's say it's Majub comes, and then they release an LF Sin to Omega Shenron. Okay, well, I want that LF Sin to Omega Shenron, if they're the same color, to be better than Majub. That's it. That's simple, right? Because it's a more premium unit, it's a harder to get unit, you want to actually make it worthwhile when you summon. When you summon for this Revival Gohan, you knew, you were like, oh shit, I'm gonna fuck some people up. When I summoned for Super Saiyan 4 Goku, you know what I thought? Cool. And then Nova drops, so I'm like, oh, cool, great. Well, I literally haven't used Super Saiyan 4 Goku or Nova in forever. And I've run GT a lot. I ran GT a fuck ton during Anniversary. Guess what I used? Zenkai, then Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is more for pity, because I wanted to feel like I actually, pulled something worthwhile, when in reality I should have just ran Super 17. Apologize for that notification. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta was just a pity. That's the thing. My main point being, if a new LF drops, make them the best unit. Now, LF Zenkais, I really just hate the concept in the first place. It's not a good idea to even do that, but with them existing, they're going to keep existing, and they're not going to stop doing it. It's easy money, given it's only 5k CC to do, because they resend the USTR shop. Then the people that are like, oh, I gotta go quick, we'll do 5k CC. It's not that much money for them to make, but probably adds up because a lot of people are doing it really quickly. But if you really want to, you could just wait 4 weeks and get, yeah, that's 8k Zenkai power, which you only need 7k, so just wait a month and then you'd be done. But nonetheless, they're going to keep doing it. And let's say LF Frieza's next. Let's say LF Super Vegeta's next. Let's say LF Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta's next, right? That's probably the main 3 candidates I could see for the next LF Zenkai. Are they really going to make Super Vegeta? They have no one to compare him to, so they can make him as good as they want, right? LF Frieza, they have no one to compare him to, so they make him as good as he wants. And then LF Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. Now, him, I feel like they're going to be careful with. Let me explain why. So that Green Trunks came out, right? They're either going to make one of 2 scenarios. They're going to make that Green Trunks completely irrelevant, because even on hybrids, you're not going to run him. You have Future Gohan, you have Revival Gohan, you're going to run them over that Green Trunks. And you're not going to replace Zenkai 7 Red Gohan for anybody on hybrids. You're just an idiot if you do that. So they have 2 situations. Make this LF Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta Zenkai shit on the movie Trunks, or make him so underwhelming that movie Trunks actually starts to look good. Now, what would be the better scenario? In this case, I would want the LF Zenkai to be good. Because that Trunks is so mid, they should actually ramp it up and make a green LF, Vegeta family unit, because they have nothing, right? They have that Trunks, they have transforming Trunks, they have nothing else. Not even a Zenkai green. So, they need something. But besides that specific scenario, just understand an old-time scenario that even makes sense now. Red Cell Zenkai dropped 1 week before Revival Cell. Guess who wasn't relevant 1 week later, Red Cell Zenkai. You know what the funny thing is? He did more to Super Saiyans and all that. And Gohan was a menace and all this. You were facing Super Saiyans a lot of the time because of the teams that existed back then, and it was just a really good team, right? It's still a good team. But then they drop Revival Cell and they say, okay, we're gonna shit on this Zenkai. They've done the same thing with LFs, and it just worries me. Because I still do value LFs as like the premium thing, and that's what they legitimately are like, you know, displayed as, shown out to be. Because you have units like Gohan who can seem, oh my god, this unit's so fucking premium, so fucking great, I need to summon for him. Then you have LFs like Super Saiyan 4 Goku where you're like, that's an LF? Why wasn't that just like an all-star banner unit? Like, if I could 6-star him, I'd be like, I'd run him over Nova at this point. If he were an all-star banner unit, and they were both able to 6-star easily, I would run LF Super Saiyan 4 Goku, well, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, I guess, if he's not, you know, if he is an all-star, over Nova. Just because it flows better with him, but it's just that his stats are low. You're not going to get the highest Z ability. You're not going to get all his stuff. You're just fishing too hard for an LF at this point. So, I don't know. It really does kind of throw me off that they don't know what they're doing. Because they made such a good stride with Gohan. I really did like what they did with Gohan. And it's just, you see Frieza, it's like, why isn't he Gohan's level? I don't get it. LOE needed that. Powerful opponent needs something. They need support. They need a defensive and supportive unit. That's what they need. A defense support. Just like Angel Vegeta. Not healing. He doesn't have to heal, whoever that unit would be. But make it a, you know, removes this much ki, can tank this much, can do this support, can do these things that actually benefits the team more than just, oh, I am strong blast man who does good blue damage and good green card. Like, and then Frieza Force, don't even get me started. They fucked Frieza Force with this one as well because, I mean, a pool, robbery, Ramon, whoever the fuck the other two are, they're coming, so they think that's going to revive the I don't know what the fuck they're doing. Holy shit. Oh, I'm literally like, I face palmed right there because I'm trying to figure out what their like end game here is, and it's nothing to do with Ultras because Ultras aren't even summonable. I don't even think Ultras will be summonable until next, like, I don't think until we get a full color wheel of Ultras, they'll make summonable Ultras. So, you know, a blue, a yellow, and a green Ultra. I don't think they'll all be Namek Saga, by the way. I think the next one will be like a Piccolo fused with Nail, maybe a Kid Gohan and Krillin duo unit, something like that, Ultra. And then we'll probably move on to like Android Saga or whatever, because they're probably just doing the sagas from Z, which makes sense. But I don't think we're going to get some of Ultra until we get all 5 colors free to play. And then they'll be like, okay, let's ramp shit up. So I don't think that's really hurting this. Maybe they're like, if you're thinking like, oh, they're worried for Ultras because, you know, they want to make them the top echelon of the game. Well, Ultra Vegeta being as good as he is, I do agree to an extent, but Ultras won't be summonable for like, I don't think Ultras will be summonable until probably next anniversary. If you think about it, Ultra Goku came out about 3 months before Vegeta, so it's about every 4 to 3 months. You do 3 more Ultras, that'll be about 9 months. Then prepping the last Ultra for a summonable one for anniversary would be in a year with that logic flow. You know, hopefully that's the case, because I don't want to fucking summon for Ultras, because they're going to have shitty rates. But besides that, what the fuck are they going to do with LFs? Let me know what you guys think. Do you think they're going to start making them as good as Gohan? Do you think they're going to start making them only as good as Frieza? Do you think it's like a case-by-case scenario? Because I could see that argument where people are like, oh, but Frieza, I can't even see that argument for Frieza. See, that's the thing. Like Gogeta, I can't see the argument. Frieza, I can't see the argument. Because they're on tags that need the help. Oh, because Frieza, every single tag he's on needed the help, so why would they make him not as good as Gohan? Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, Fusions GT, whatever else, not Saiyans, but Fusions GT, they needed the help, so why'd they not make him as good as Gohan? Same with Zamasu, why'd they make Gohan as good as he is when Sun Family's thriving, Hybrids is thriving, Super Saiyans is already thriving? Why make Gohan as good as he is, but then make the other 4 LFs that came out in the last, you know, couple months? So, I don't get it. Yeah, I don't get that at all. Wow. That makes no goddamn sense. Why is Frieza so... And I'm not calling Frieza bad. I know it sounds like I'm, like, shitting on him, but I'm comparing him to Gohan, and yes, everyone that's on here that isn't a Zenkai LF, even Piccolo, compared to Gohan's a joke, is a joke. Because Gohan literally does Zenkai LF numbers, and Beerus, because Beerus is old, but Piccolo's just bad because Piccolo wasn't that great when he released. But I digress. I don't know. I think the most logical situation is they just want to buff the best teams, but who does that benefit? They want people to summon for more teams. I'm trying to think monetary-wise, right? You would want Frieza to be great because you want people to summon for an LF powerful opponent because people want to run the new unit. They want to run on this different tag that you really don't get to see often. Everyone sees Sun Family every single other match. Why would you make Gohan the broken one when you could have made Frieza the broken one and made more money? People like Frieza. Having him be good on powerful opponent would have been so, like, monetarily genius. Because, oh, I really want this LF. Oh, he's really good for this team. I really don't get to run often. And has a vast variety of characters. Besides, you know, Sun Family. That's the same thing over and over and over again with the same units. I want to run that. So why didn't they do that? For Zamasu, for Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Like, these are hype characters and they kind of just let them down with their kits. And I guess they expected their hype to sell over their unit. And it didn't work out. I'm pretty sure Gohan got closer to... Yeah, we got top grossing. Let me say this real quick. We didn't get top grossing, okay? We got top grossing in different countries. But in the US and Japan, which is the only two places they actually care about to give rewards, if you check last year, we didn't hit it in one of the celebrations. And they didn't give rewards. Or they gave like 300 to 500 CC. But when they hit it in Japan and global, or Japan and the US, they did give us 1k CC. Here they bullshit every 3rd anniversary. We hit it in different countries. We hit like 3rd or 2nd in the US and Japan. But I guarantee you, Revival Gohan had a lot more sales than Zamasu banner alone, than Gogeta banner alone. Just because Gohan being so crazy. Not even that he's hype. Who the fuck cares about I am my father's son, Gohan? You're saying an oxymoronic line that it's not a Japanese dub, thank God, because it sounds awful. I've said this in another video because it actually bothers me how stupid it sounds. A Gohan that no one cares about, a shitty movie. Yes, Bio Broly movie is worse. I forgot it even existed because I remove trash from my mind a lot of the time, and that is complete and utter dog shit. But one of the worst Dragon Ball Z movies with no dialogue, with no lines, with no plot. It's shitty. And that's not what's sold. It's that it's Gohan who goes Super Saiyan 2 because everyone's like, oh my god, Cell saw he went Super Saiyan 2 against Cell. Oh my god, that's Gohan's potential. That's his best character peak, whatever, development, blah blah blah. But it's just a redo of Cell, right? That's all it is. That's all that fight is. He's Super Saiyan, he gets his ass beat. He, you know, has an emotional moment, and then he goes Super Saiyan 2, then wins. What? Oh, that's sold? You know why it's sold? No one cares about the fucking scene. Cool. It's cool that he kills people in one shot. That's great. I want to see other shit. I don't want to see fucking Rival Gohan be number 1. Let me see fucking Dr. Wheelo on Powerful Opponent. Let me see an assist Kamehameha Goku, Krillin, and Master Roshi against Dr. Wheelo that's on, I don't know, a Turtle School tag. Something. Give us something to help us. Because if we even had that type of unit, he'd be on Super Warriors because Krillin's in the card. He'd be on a Turtle School tag. He'd be on, you know, Goku Family, unfortunately. Yes. He would be on these tags that actually give a fuck about other things. Not a fucking Revival Gohan that has no development, no plot, no care about him. Ugh. It just doesn't make sense. Because they expect to sell the units based off hype. But then they release units that really aren't that hype. They're just redos of what happened in the series. Literally, that Gohan fight is right after Goku dies. Like, they made the Cell Saga fight, and they were like, okay, BoJack movie. You know why? Because they're literally the same fucking thing with less plot. And it's a movie, so they could, you know, quick that shit. That shit's like 50 minutes! It's not even a movie! But My rant is over. What do you guys think they're going to do with LFs? Do you think they're going to try to just sell them based off hype, as they have been with Gogeta, with Zamasu, not necessarily based off of kit? Again, because Gogeta and Zamasu are just worse than Gohan, but yet they're more hype, right? Let me know what you guys think, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.